Arizona is known as the copper state, producing more than 70% of the country's copper, and this facility is why. Driving through Miami, about 80 miles east of Phoenix, it's hard to miss. Up on a hill, towering over this small city, sits the aptly named Miami Smelter. The site uses heat and chemicals to extract copper.
Tell me, when you come out of your house every day and you see that smelter, what goes through your mind?
I wonder what's coming down, raining down on us, because
Rose Rodriguez admits she didn't always feel this way. When she bought her home more than a decade ago, being so close to an industrial plant didn't bother her. Then she had 3 children.
I do let them play outside. However, it's a lot of don't touch this, don't touch that, or stay away from this.
She showed us the black dust that seems to collect on her white door and gate.
When I have friends come over that work up at the mine, they like to point that out oftentimes, especially if they have little ones coming in, they touch, lick, put their hands in their mouth.
Then there's the dust she says collects on her car windshield every night.
It is concerning because you don't know what we're inhaling.
Under the Clean Air Act, Freeport-McMoRan, the company that owns the facility, was supposed to install an additional filter called a baghouse to capture more toxic emissions, including lead, arsenic, and chromium. But a joint investigation between ProPublica and our national team found Freeport-McMoRan was able to get an exemption by sending just a few quick emails. Under the Trump administration, records show the Environmental Protection Agency, or EPA, set up an email address to help facilitate the process.
This change in policy is giving the largest industrial emitters in our country, like the smelter that's in Gila County, a free pass to pollute toxics.
Vicki Patton is an attorney with the Environmental Defense Fund.
What would this baghouse have meant to that facility and to that community?
It is a common sense, widely deployed pollution control device that essentially kind of captures the toxic lead that's being emitted from the smelter.
And Miami is not alone. Our investigation found hundreds of facilities have applied, and so far, about 100 different sites have been approved. Those include coal-fired power stations, medical sterilizers, and other chemical plants. The exemption puts a 2-year pause on the mandate. But some, like Patton, worry this is part of a larger strategy to roll back the Clean Air Act.
This is really profoundly disappointing.
The Miami facility is one of only 2 remaining copper smelters in the country. Records show the other one in Salt Lake City already installed that additional filter. Freeport-McMoRan declined our request for an interview. In a statement, they say, air quality around the smelter is continuously monitored by both the Arizona Department of Environmental Quality and the company, with data consistently showing emissions, including lead, well below levels set to protect public health.
If it was for the better, I really wish that they would put it in so that it helps not just me, but the community.
The community has a complicated relationship with this facility. For all the health and environmental concerns, the company has invested a lot of money here, including employing 950 people.
The mines are definitely the heart of this town. The copper industry is what put this town on the map.
A mural in downtown reads, "If it can't be grown, it must be mined." Freeport-McMoRan sponsors events in Miami along with neighboring Claypool and Globe. Its donations support the elementary school.
Do you think this mine has been a good partner for this community?
Definitely. They are really community-centered, and they want to help the community out.
Daryl Meeks has lived in this house just downhill from the smelter since the 70s, and he insists the facility has made improvements.
I can remember as a kid that the amount of pollution that came down from that mine was horrendous. Couldn't see from me to you. It was so thick and just white.
Back at Rose's house,
I just wish that they would look into it again.
Have you ever thought of moving?
I have. Many times. We don't know what's in our air and how clean, pure it can be.
In explaining the exemption, the White House says it is based on national security concerns, writing compliance would have required shutdowns or massive capital investments.
Yeah, there is a cost, a financial cost to these pollution mitigation projects. So did the cost of this filter play into this?
So the company stresses it does. They put the cost of putting this new filter in place at some $300 million. We should point out, though, under the Biden administration's EPA, they said that the cost was closer to $60 million. Still a lot of money, but these environmental advocates we spoke with point out that this company made more than $7 billion last year alone.